Why, hello. Are you guys ready to look at some Barbies? Because I felt it was really time for me to do another full tour of this one. Because the last one I did was like a few minutes long, and I just showed you when I moved into this new space. But I have been going really hard on my collection lately. I've been organizing, I've been labeling. If you can see that behind me, I've now labeled every outfit that you'll see on the shelves here. And I've been real crafty. There were scissors involved and glue sticks and a laminator. I mean, I don't think I've been this organized ever as a collector. We're gonna go through all the shelves here and let's just get it started. Let's start chronologically. We'll go around it all once so you could get an idea of the layout. And I sort everything like I always have into three main sections. One would be the early 60s, like you see here. And then if we swing around to the opposite wall, we would have mod, late 60s. And then if we go even further, we would have early 70s. And let's not forget, we also have 80s and 90s over in this corner. What can I say? It looks good. Let's go through the shelves. I'll show you some of my favorites. I'll do that as we go all around. So let's start with early 60s. So the first thing I want people to see when they walk in here would be these. The classics. They're in their original boxes. We've got a number 3, a tagged Midge, a Ken, a tagged Ricky and Alan, and this bubble cut. I just wanted, where it all began, the original packaging, so you can really get a good idea of how far back we're going here. Right next to them, we've got some of my favorites. I love a Color Magic Barbie so much. And I love this pretty wild outfit here. And look at this Mix and Matchers outfit with this amazing little carroty wig. I love these. I've got some boxed outfits right next to them. Orange Blossom, a classic. Up at the top, we have a bunch of reproductions here. We have the porcelain ones there on the right. And one of those Barbie outfits I don't have that I love is Gay Parisienne. And if you can't get the original, just get a reproduction. There's so many great ones out there. Next to those, we have some repro Silkstones, and I think it looks pretty cool, to have the originals here and then their reproductions up there at the top. I have snuck in a few reproductions on all these shelves here, but the vast majority of what you see on the shelves are vintage dolls and vintage outfits. Up in the center, we have Miss Astronaut and Mr. Astronaut, two of my favorite outfits here. They just reproduced this one too. It's on Mattel Creations now if you want the repro. And it's gorgeous. The boots aren't the same as this, but it's good. Poodle Parade, one of my favorite outfits ever. Miss Barbie with the sleep eyes. That's a great one to have if you're a vintage collector. Those eyes scared some kids if you didn't know. And she's very cute. I love this registered nurse look, midnight blue, modern art. There are just so many beautiful outfits from this era. All of the clothes are just so high quality. If we move down here, we have Bow Time, Career Girl, Easter Parade, and Roman Holiday. This Golden Glory outfit is so gorgeous right here. And if you guys were thinking about building your own shelves, these are, I believe, 4 inches deep, and there's about 14 inches separating each shelf here. And I love having them all single file because obviously I want to give attention to everyone. Hence these little cards here, which just stick on with Velcro. People have asked me what my first ever Barbie was, and it wasn't this doll, but it was this outfit, Suburban Shopper. I saw this outfit, I knew it was a famous Barbie outfit, and it just led me to all of these other ones. I mean, early 60s was really where I started collecting. Here's Commuter set. Here is the Masquerade set with his lovely ponytail here and a Ken, and that's a Scooter doll wearing this. That's a very adorable little set. A lot of collectors like to pull it out on Halloween. I love Barbie in Japan right here. And these 3 brides are just so gorgeous. Look at this train. Come on. And if you watch my last video, you'll recognize these outfits here for the Barbie and Ken Little Theater. On the bottom here, we have Tootie and Todd and all of their friends here. I have some boxed ones. You know, I didn't label all of the outfits. I didn't label them yet anyway. But, you know, I did mark that there's like a Nan and Fran here and a Carla. You know, they're just a little more rare. There in the corner, you'll see the color and curl set, a bunch of wigs, a little blow dryer. It was part of the Color Magic Barbie. But yeah, this would cover, I think, the whole early 60s wall. Let's go to the next era of Barbie and let's look at the mod wall. And this is all late 60s. Some of it will dip into the very, very early 70s. I tried to just stick what I would consider, for the most part, mod fashion on this wall. And as you can see, there's a lot of them. Let's start up here. These are some of my biggest treasures here, my inbox mod girls here. We've got the Marlo Flip Barbie, the Stacy, the Casey, the Christy, the Julia. So, you know, whenever I find a boxed outfit to add to the shelf, I always make sure that I have the other outfit there to model next to it, because look at it. It just looks too good like that. Maxine Mini, maybe my most treasured boxed outfit, with Julia wearing it here. I mean, come on. Lemon Kick, Prima Ballerina. These are just some of the cutest mod outfits. Not to mention, if we come over here, we've got Leather Limelight in the box and Firelights. Buckaroo Blues, Francie. Oh, she's too cute. I probably talked about this outfit 100 times on my channel, but she's just too cute. I mean, if we want to just pan through some of these shelves, you can see some of these amazing fashions. Here's the Barbie Inland Steel gift set. Here is Francie in Pink Power. Look at this doll. This is too cute. The way that she was put together like this with the flower crown, I can't stand it. I can't stand it. And I feel the same about this lamb and leather right here. I've got a Marlo Flip wearing it. And here's another tagged Twist and Turn Christy, which I love. Here's Twiggy, Rainbow Wraps. This is an amazing outfit for any mod Barbie collector. There's one called Midi Bouquet. This one I think may actually do a little better in my early 70s shelf, but she's so cute. I love this. Oh my God, here's a Talking Christy wearing Zocco. So gorgeous. Giving the whole wall this once over. I mean, you can see it's just so much color and amazing late 60s fashion. Now moving down here, you'll see some more box dolls. Living Barbie, this Hawaiian Barbie, Ballerina Barbie, a boxed Talking Brad, that was Christy's boyfriend, Talking Ken, a boxed Malibu Barbie and Ken. I mean, there's just a lot of great ones to have in the box. Now, I think we should move over to this little section over here, which would be early 70s. It was a short span for Barbie, a short little era, but a lot of great stuff came out of it. So let's move over here. I think when you look at this shelf, you're going to be able to distinguish this era from the mod era pretty easily. It's just quite a bit different. Things became much more flower powery, hippie, peasant looks, a lot of great prints, a lot of purple was coming in at this point. I think the most quintessential early 70s Barbie line would be the live action Barbie and Friends. You know, we've got Barbie right here with this long fringe, and then PJ next to her with the same, Ken with more fringe, looking gorgeous. And then the best one, live action Christie. And you know, I got like 4 live action Christies here. This one is called the Fashion in Motion set. I just love it. I can't get enough of these prints and these like hippie looks. They're all just too good. Up here with country music looks and more Western looks all through here. Dr. Barbie. Very first time Barbie got her MD. And this is the original outfit. And she is just too gorgeous. You know, one of my favorite dolls ever is a Malibu Christie. Probably my favorite doll. I also love the TNT Christie. It's always a toss-up. But you'll see a lot of Malibu Christie through here. Look at her in this baby doll pink. Next are Talking Busy Steffi, Talking Busy Barbie. These are all just major collector favorites that I love having. Up here we have Yellowstone Kelly, one of my favorites. You know, all of these Ken looks from the early 70s. Ken has never looked better than he did in the early 70s. Definitely my favorite Ken outfits you will see on this wall here. Here is this Marsha Brady outfit on a Malibu Barbie, which if you guys are early 70s collectors, this is one to get. This is a free moving Curtis right here. And up there at the top is another Talking Brad. And you know, you can see they're a little different in skin tone and what have you, but they look the same. They're total studs. Down here at the bottom, we have a Walk Lively Miss America, a Sweet 16 Barbie. I think if you look around this shelf, you'll see why you shouldn't be skipping out on the early 70s for Barbie, because one of her best eras ever. Now we are talking 80s and 90s Barbie and friends. And you will see a lot of icons over here in this corner. Up at the top, I put all of the cowgirls. I even put labels up here like the Western Fun line, Western Stampin' line, Western Barbie, Horse Lovin' line. And I love a cowgirl Barbie. Check out the cowgirl Barbie video I made. I think it was cute. It was fun. You'll see the Cool Times line. I got so many black Barbies at this point. They're everywhere. They're gorgeous. Day to Night Barbie, Peaches and Cream. Just really total icons. And even if they're not the most famous 80s or 90s Barbies, I just get them because I like them. A lot of the time I think they're cute. I love the Movin' Groovin' line here. These sensations are ridiculous and cute. And here's some birthday Barbies, that pink Christmas Barbie, the Ski Fun line. What have we got here? Earring Magic Ken and Barbie, Animal Lovin' Ken. If we go over to this wall up at the top, I've got Midge's Wedding Party. That's a fun set. Iconic, Totally Hair Barbie. Rappin', Rockin' Barbie. Here's some, you know, Barbie and the All-Stars, Hollywood Hair Barbie, Great Shape Barbie, maybe my favorite 80s Barbie. Here we have Carol Spencer's last collector Barbies, like Gold Jubilee, Benefit Ball, Flapper Barbie. Love those. Astronaut Barbie from 85. We have all of her fashions here, and some of the coolest fashions ever. I love those. Here is that My Size Barbie that was in my last haul video, and it's a little unsettling, but I'm getting used to her, and she's cute. I'm getting used to having a child. We've got all of the Barbie and the Rockers dolls. I also have a lot of Barbie and the Rockers playsets, which look for that video. I opened up a bunch of playsets, but I do love Barbie and the Rockers. At the top, the 79 A-frame Dream House. This really adds a big statement to any Barbie collection space. You'll see these gorgeous PJs I've got watching out here. Fashion photo PJ and a superstar Barbie there. They're all just chilling. This is one of the funnest houses to have. You know, as far as the plastic houses go, I think this is the best one. Over here, we'll have the little theater that we looked at in the last video. Here's a super-sized Barbie from 77. Over here, we have got the 62 Dreamhouse, the original Barbie Dreamhouse. And right next to it would be the 64 new Dreamhouse. This is 1964 Barbie Goes to College, another great set. Down here you'll see Barbie and Ken's first vehicles. There's 62 Austin Healey and Ken's 63 Hot Rod. There is the Larvae, doll right there too. She's disgusting and lovable and adorable all at once. And then we have the campers. Barbie's country camper from 1970 right here, and then her beach bus right next to it. And you know, I got a bunch of Malibu Barbies in there. There is the Bill Greening doll that came out a couple weeks ago. And we have a bunch of cases in there. They go pretty deep. I have a lot of Barbie cases actually up on the higher shelves too. I do love the vinyl cases from the early 60s. Those would be my favorite cases. The mod ones are okay, but I really love these. There's also some Barbie board games up there, and I have a bunch of boxed fashions from the 80s and 90s that I'm still looking for places. And if we're being totally honest, the closet in here, yeah, it's not really pretty, but there's it's stacked to the ceiling in there with boxed dolls and fashions, all the holiday Barbies. Any like newer Barbies are typically just stacked neatly in there. But I feel aesthetically, I don't want to overcrowd things in here. So hopefully you guys have seen some stuff here that was maybe just always in the background and you never got a good look at it. I love talking collecting Barbie, and I love hearing what you guys have and what you want to get and all that stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching, and please like and subscribe and comment and follow me over on Instagram, and I will see you next time. Bye.